Hello, my good human. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about why people that suffer with PTSD symptoms tend to struggle with meditation and why meditation doesn't work for everyone. Now, I am not a meditation teacher. I have nothing against meditation, but I get this question a lot. A lot of people that I work with, most people I work with, have PTSD and are recovering from the symptoms of PTSD. If you don't know what those symptoms are, a quick Google search will kind of get you sorted there. There's nightmares, there's anxiety, depression, mood swings, and agoraphobia. All of these complex symptoms can come along with PTSD. So a lot of people that I work with, they come to me and there's like this shame around, oh, so many people have told me do meditation and you'll feel better. Try this 5-10 minute meditation every day and you'll be okay. And they come to me with this kind of shame that they feel like they're broken, that there's something wrong with them because meditation doesn't work. It makes them feel worse or more alone, more agitated or anxious. So this video is for educational purposes only, of course. If you want to check out more of the work I do, you can go to luanarose.com. It is non-judgmental, full of compassion, and at one time in my past, I was also diagnosed with symptoms of PTSD. I empathize with you if you are someone that is struggling with symptoms of PTSD. Here's the thing. When someone has symptoms of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder or complex post-traumatic stress disorder, it basically means from a nervous system level that their nervous system is chaotic. It's quite dysregulated, meaning there's high highs, low lows, and you never know if you're going to be a high high or a low low. Emotions swing, behaviors change quickly, and it's dysregulated, right? So there's a lot going on inside. In the Western world, meditation is generally, this is a blanket statement, right? Generally taken as sit alone, don't move, and be with your thoughts. Let them pass by, don't get attached, be still, don't move. Traditionally, in the Western world, we've adopted this idea of that version of meditation. So when we have PTSD symptoms, a highly dysregulated nervous system is really hard to sit alone. To sit still, right? It's uncomfortable. It feels physically uncomfortable. If we have anxiety or some kind of panic disorder, generally people will feel it intensify if they sit still with it, especially alone. So most folks that I work with don't have PTSD from going to war or living in a place where there's genocide or some tragic event that has gone on for years or a period of time. Most people that I work with who have suffered or are suffering with complex post-traumatic stress disorder have it because they grew up in a household where it wasn't safe. There was a constant threat of a yelling parent, highly dysregulated parent, or something of this sort, maybe an undiagnosed mental health issue, possibly grew up in a school where they were the only person of color, right? So their safety map of the world is kind of skewed to danger. So the body system responds in this survival mode of I'm unsafe, I'm unsafe. That's kind of the headline of dealing with symptoms of complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm unsafe. Am I going to die? Something's wrong, right? So when meditation comes in and people are asked to sit still with all of that. It's kind of like a squirrel in a jar. The squirrel is frantic and scared and afraid and stuck in this jar. So if you're someone that's watching this and you struggle or have struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder or complex PTSD, if you take away one thing from this video, just let it be compassion, because it's not a one-time fix or the only thing that can heal complex post-traumatic stress disorder is meditation. It's really not. The folks that I work with, generally the PTSD is from some sort of relational dynamic. So I'll link up a directory below for my colleagues who work with touch, intentional touch, online and in person. So you have some resources to go to. And I'm not affiliated with them at all. I've just taken the trainings with Kathy Kane and Stephen Terrell, and it may be useful for you, because I've worked with so many people that suffer from PTSD and come to me and say, I feel shame or like I'm broken because people tell me I'm supposed to meditate, but it doesn't work for me. So meditation can be, anything. It can be dance, it can be playing music, it can be singing, it can be whatever helps you feel more like yourself. And you really don't have to call it meditation. You can just call it enjoyment or some sort of hobby. The bottom line of why meditation generally doesn't work for people with PTSD symptoms is because it's asking someone to sit with their inner turmoil and essentially nervous system dysregulation by themselves, which is a very scary thing to do. And it can be overwhelming. It can actually make the symptoms worse if we force ourselves to meditate and sit in silence when it's actually too much for our system to stay still and feel what's inside, when really we actually need to be in compassionate, caring attention and connection with another human, whether that's a somatic therapist, it's a family member, it can be a dog, an animal, even though co-regulation isn't the exact same there, but being in a safe enough kind of container with another human will be much more productive than sitting alone meditating, because the flip side of meditation can also kind of install more management strategies. So what I mean when I say management strategies or defending against the uncomfortableness of the situation, right? A management strategy is essentially something we do to help us feel okay. So it could be smoking a cigarette is a management strategy. A management strategy could be binge eating. It could be the opposite. It could be starving ourselves and not eating for half a day or hours. A management strategy could be exercising excessively. If I feel like I'm not worthy enough and I need to have a perfect body in order to be loved and cared for, maybe my management strategy is going to the gym every day, 6 days a week for 2 hours. That's a management strategy. It helps me feel okay, right? So meditation can often become a management strategy. So this is not bashing or saying it's wrong. It's just an invitation to help you build awareness of the nuances of what meditation can be. It's something that you've heard, oh yeah, you ought to try it, but something in your body is like, oh, I don't think that's for me, or maybe you have tried it and your symptoms have gotten worse. It's okay. It's okay not to meditate, especially if you have symptoms of complex post-traumatic stress disorder. If you have these symptoms, it's best to work with a somatic practitioner that can help you build your inner safety map, your inner sense of safety, comfort, and embodied groundedness. Coming back to the management strategies, if we're meditating every day for, let's say, an hour, and we're pushing ourselves throughout the whole day, I used to work with this woman that ran a medical office, and she was a mom, and her marriage wasn't going so great, and she needed that meditation to help her feel okay. Now, that's a management strategy that just to become self-aware of the role it plays in your life. It's not that you have to stop or that she had to stop, but as we worked together, as she built more regulation and internal resources to feel safe and okay, she actually forgot to meditate. She would come and see me and say, "Oh, I forgot to meditate today. I forgot to do my hour meditation at 5 a.m. in the morning before I go to work and be a boss lady," kind of thing, right? So as we build more nervous system regulation, more capacity to feel safe, we will forget our management strategies, or whether that's meditation or going to the gym or binge eating, whatever it is, or shopping online, right? We'll do that less. So the healing process is in building your capacity to feel safe, to feel okay, rather than bringing on more management strategies, which a lot of times meditation can be more management strategies. So food for thought. This is, of course, my opinion. It's not the only answer out there. The intent of this video is to give you more knowledge and information to choose what's best for you and offer some compassion if you're someone that struggles with CPTSD, that meditation is not the only answer, and really no one ought to feel shame or like they're not good enough, they can't do something like meditate just because it's the hype or it's the trendy thing to do. So I really hope this video has helped you. Again, I'll link a directory below to some good resources for you. And thank you so much for being here. I will see you very soon.